Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to share with you my Hobonichi Cousin setup for 2022. Now I have already spoken about this in a previous video, but I made a number of changes and additions to it which I thought I would share with you. And also, if you're just interested in the Cousin and not my other planners, I thought this would be a good video for you to watch. So let us begin. So let me begin with the cover itself. I have used a Midori Codex cover, and this is just a plain cover with a single pen loop, and that's it. There are no pockets in this cover. I will just go through a few pros and cons that I felt over the past months that this planner was in the cover, even though I have not used the planner much other than setting it up. The first thing is that it picks up dirt. Okay, so I'm not sure whether it is very clear to you, but it picks up dirt pretty quickly. But then this could also be because there's a lot of work going on in our house, and my house is quite messy at the moment, so maybe this wouldn't be an issue as of otherwise. And even now I don't think it's a big deal because I could just clean it off pretty easily, so the fact that it picks up dirt is not that big of a deal for me. Now, other than that, I found that this cover is very lightweight. It does not add any bulk to the planner. If I were using another cover like the regular Hobonichi cover that I used in 2021 or any other leather cover, it would add a lot of bulk to my planner, but this one does not. It is quite lightweight and I love that about it. The next thing is that you can change the look of the planner anytime you want. As of now, I have not inserted anything in, but you could, add in a decorative paper or vellum and change the look of your planner every few months if that is your preference. I do not want that. I love the same look for the entire year, so I'm fine with this as of now. It is just plain and simple. I have not added anything in. Now, going inside, as I said, there are no pockets. You can always use these flaps to insert any stickers or anything else that you want to. I do not feel the need for any pockets simply because this planner stays completely on my desk at all times. I rarely move it around. It is on my desk. I don't carry it around, and therefore I have everything I need on my desk. So if I need a stencil, it is on my desk. I can just take it and use it. I don't need to use pockets for that. Even the pen for that matter, I've inserted it in here, but I can just take a pen from my desk. So not really in need of a pen loop as well, but I'm glad it is there. So it is quite a functional cover. And as you can see, the pen loop is quite high. Okay, just wanted to show that to you. Some pen loops are over here, but this one is quite high. If that is not something that you like, I don't mind. It's not a big thing for me, but yeah, that is quite high. Now, other than that, let's see. For the decorative section of this, I have not done anything. Last year I washed up the whole section at the front as well as at the back, but this year for some reason I do not feel like doing that, so I've left it plain. In fact, I've left most of the planner plain, in fact, because I've not even added my name. Last year I had my name on the front of the cover, but then this year I've not done it. This is a spread which I don't use at all. It is there, it does not bother me, but I don't use it. Yes, this spread. As of now, it is empty, but what I will be using it is as an index. That is my plan for 2022. I will use it as an index, and the reason is simple. Last year, I remember, sorry, not last year, 2021, towards the end, I was looking up for several things in my planner that happened in the earlier section of the year, and I couldn't find them. I knew I had written them, but I couldn't find them, and that bothered me a lot. Of course, I found them later after struggling to find it because it was in my journaling somewhere in between. If I have an index, it would be a lot more easier for me to find such important facts. So that is why I plan to use an index for this year. I've never used one before, so this is a trial for this year. Hopefully it will work out. And what I am thinking as of now is not that I have to, index every day. I think if something important turns out, I will write it down. As of otherwise, I don't think I need to write something for every day, because there are some days that nothing special happens and I just journal about the day, but maybe nothing eventful is there that I have to index it over here. So we will see how that turns out. As of now, it is empty, and I think I have said this before. I tried this as a habit tracker before, but it didn't work out for me because did not come to it on a daily basis, so habit tracking is something to be done on a daily basis, so this did not work out for me as a habit tracker. Now moving ahead to the monthly spreads, of course there are extra monthly spreads in the Hobonichi Kaizen, and I never use them in advance, in the sense that I like to use my planner from Jan to December, that is for the exact year. So what I do with the extra spreads is that I either use them as notes pages or I decorate them for fun. So here I use some full-size stickers that I have. I am not a creative person. I had these stickers, so I just put them on here. That's it. Moving ahead to the monthly spreads. The monthly spreads are a pre-planning spread for me, as well as an overview of the month. Now I've been holding this for long, so might as well speak about it. Since I'm using this cover, I do not have any bookmarks on this cover. So currently I'm using these that I got from Midori. I had these long back, but I've never used it in a Kaizen before. So these come in a small box, and there are 4 designs, and I think there were 4 of each design in that box. So far I'm loving it because it holds a number of papers. Since the paper is quite thin, it holds a lot of papers, so it's up to you how you want to use it. I will see whether it works out for me or not, otherwise I might change the bookmark that I'm using. So that is that. Now coming to the monthly spreads, okay, I will tell you what I've already set up and what are not in here so far. So some things that I've already done for the entire 12 months of 2022 is firstly this is the only decorative aspect I have, which is a washi for the days that are not there in this month. Now this is the pretty washi that I liked. I do this every year. I just choose one washi that I like and I use the same for all the 12 months to decorate the days that are not there. I wanted to write down the month over here in huge block letters, but then I've not done it so far. Maybe I will do it later. I initially considered getting stickers. I know that there are pretty stickers available with the months, but I avoided that because I felt it is an unnecessary purchase, and also because it will probably bulk up this side of the planner. So moving ahead, the next thing that I'm going to have here, which is not there in this spread, is birthdays and anniversaries. So what I do is I use these corner stickers. I hope you can see them. There are different ones. These corner stickers, these were Kita, I believe, and I have used them to indicate that this day there is a birthday or an anniversary, and I write down the name of that particular person or people. So that is that. And then the next thing that I have, I hope you can see that there are these circle stickers. Some are clear stickers, so I can see the number, the date that is there, and these circle stickers indicate different things. I have a key for this at the back of my planner. Let's see whether I can find it. Yes. So this is the key. So you can see there are bills. There are a number of bills. There is my period, some church related events. Okay. And I am involved in a committee in my church. So I write down the important events that took place, that just for, I have that information to, at the end of the year, write the report as such. So this is just the key, and I'll use the key probably for maybe the first month or the second month if needed. But beyond that, I always remember what is the key. It is more or less similar to last year's, but I have made some small changes to the color choices. That is why I have a key this year as well. Otherwise, I don't really need a key, but yeah. So that is that. So anniversaries, birthdays, any important bills that I have to write. And other than that, any random events that take place will come up in this manner where I will highlight it. So here I have already done this. This is for Jan. I have a trip planned for a wedding that is going to take place in Jan. And this is my pre-planning. Like I said, it might not take place. That is a possibility, in the sense that maybe because of COVID, I will not be able to go. But I will not erase off it completely. I will write the reason why the trip was cancelled or something like that over here, so that I know that it was planned. I had booked the tickets, but maybe I couldn't go. Or maybe I went. We will see how that works out. So that is that. So important events I have just highlighted in random colors, which I liked. That's it. As of otherwise, what will come over here is also stationery purchases. Not any other shopping, just stationery shopping. So suppose I buy from Hobonichi, for that matter, maybe on the 14th, what I will do is, as usual, I will write it down. I will write Hobonichi, that's it, and I will highlight it in green, okay, so that I know that green indicates money for me. So I will highlight it in green so that I know that I've spent that month, and it stands out on the page that I've already spent money on stationery this month, and I know from which store it is. So if I buy from Hobonichi, I will write that. If it is Yoseka stationery, I will write that, or wherever I buy it from. So that is my idea for stationery purchases, and not for anything else, just for stationery, since that is where I spend money unnecessarily. Other than that, I have social media. Clearly, I upload on YouTube and Instagram. So what I will do is social media tracking, in the sense that this is not my social media planner, but I just want to see how regular I have been with uploading or posting. So it is not there as of now, but once I have uploaded or posted that month, I will just draw a logo, maybe a YouTube logo or an Instagram logo. That is my plan as far as I'm concerned now. To draw the logo so that I know that I posted on that day, and at the end of the month I can see how regular I have been. So it is not every detail regarding my social media, just for me to see whether I have been regular with it, and accordingly, whether I have been regular with it, I can see the increase in my subscribers on YouTube as such. Okay, so that is something I've never done before. I plan to write down the number of subscribers or Instagram followers I have for that month. It is not a huge concern for me, but I just want to see whether, how regular I have been affects this number or not. So that is about it for this spread. And at the end of the year, I need to, come back to the spread and see it as an overview for each month of what happened that month. So that is that. As I said before, I didn't use them as notes pages, I just decorated them. This was a washi that I loved in 2021, and it was almost at its end. So I just used it on the monthly spreads just for fun. As you can see, it got over here, so I used a different one here. That's it. I know I could have written or used it in some, functional way, but I did not, but it does not bother me. Now coming to the actual weekly spread. I know it's set up. I know I have set it up earlier, but I just couldn't help it. So, as usual, for the days that are not there, since we start over here, I have covered it with a washi that I liked. Now, let me go into detail of what I have over here. Firstly, this left-hand column is for habit tracking. So I have made a change over here. Initially, I planned it as something else, but now I've used it for habit tracking. So this is my sleep tracker. Okay, I'm not sure whether you can see it, but I have the days written here and the time, that is 10 to 7. And the reason is because my sleep time is largely between that. Okay, it does not come earlier than that or later than that. So yeah. So what I plan to do is, to actually see the time that I am sleeping, not just how many hours, what time do I go to bed and what time do I wake up. And of course, I will write down the number of hours that I've slept as well once I have tracked it. Here I have hair care, skincare and vitamins, and this is something I need to do on a daily basis, but I do not do it, so I want to track that. So I just plan to tick it off or cross as of now. We will see how that turns out. And there is one more habit tracking that I have over here. I'm not sure whether you can see these water drops. That is for my, water, whether I'm drinking the necessary amount of water in a day. Each drop includes my... Each drop relates to my bottle, and I have to drink not at least 3 bottles of a day is perfect for me. So if I can at least reach around like 2.5, I'm quite happy, but if it is 1, it's not great. So yeah, that is my water tracker. Now, the rest of it, how I have divided it over here is quite simple. Okay, maybe I'll show you the next one because I've already set it up as well. Okay, so I have divided this timeline into 3 different sections. I do not use the timeline, just to be clear. Okay, how I have divided is I divided it at 12. Okay, again at 12 over here, but I don't use the time as of otherwise. The top section is the me time, in the sense that all my reading and watching comes up in this section. By reading, I mean the books that I read. Okay, so what I do is I've already written the book name in initials, just the initials in short. And what I will do is I will write down the number of pages that I've read that day. So 1, to whatever page I have read that day, just for me to keep a track on how I'm reading it. So this is not a tracker exactly. I know I will read it. I am a regular reader as such. It is just that some days I read quite less, some days I read more. The next thing is similar. It is what I watch, not movies as such, in the sense that what I watch for my language learning. I have currently chosen a YouTuber to watch for the month of Jan, and I have just written down the video that I plan to watch for that day. So see, if I write it down, I will watch it. As simple as that. It is not a to-do for me because I know I will watch it. Okay, but I need to write it down, because if it is not there, I tend to be lazy about it and skip it around. But as of otherwise, if I've written it, I tend to watch it. And this is already done, so it's not that I have to do it that day. I can pre-plan, as you can see, a week before. Not way too early. Of course, this was way too early because I was too excited. But as of otherwise, I did this in 2021 too. And I just do it a week early. So I do it on a Sunday, the planning for the next week. And I can plan this entire week in that manner. Now, as far as the to-do is concerned, this was a mock to-do, but I just wanted to do it. Most of the things that I included here are cleaning, as you can see. And these come on a weekly basis. So I already have these with me on a different space elsewhere, and I just transferred that from there to here, because most of it is cleaning that I do on a weekly basis, but I need to write it down. The reason is simple. The more I write it down, I like to tick it off once I do it, and it motivates me to do it. If I don't write it, I'm kind of a little lazy to not do it. But of course, there are a number of things that I don't write over here, like wash dishes. I don't write it down because I do it on a regular basis. Of course, since this was a mock to do, a number of things went in quite earlier. I couldn't resist doing it, but as of otherwise, it is likely to be empty, and I add things in on a daily basis. Now, the bottom section, I might not continue this for later. I will see how I want to do it. As of now, I have used it for events, okay? But frankly, I am an introvert. I don't go out much for events. But yes, if anything comes up, I've temporarily kept it for events that take place. It could be online events or events that I can actually go to, but that I want to write down as such. I might cut this off on a later date if I feel that I'm not using it much. But yes, this could be useful for people who have a lot of events in their life. I do not have it, so I don't really need it. So that is about it for the weekly spreads. Let's go on to the daily spreads now. Okay, now as far as the dailies are concerned, okay, there is something else over here. Okay, this is another of those bookmarks. Let's see, I have 3 over here. There's one more that looks like a book somewhere. There is this turning the page to a new year spread, which I am not going to show you simply because what I have on those 2 spreads are my goals for the year 2022. So it is personal to me. I am not going to show that spread to you, but that is what I have over there in case you are interested in doing something similar. Now coming to the daily spreads. Before every daily spread, there is this dashboard sort of situation. I had different ideas initially for this, functional ideas as such, but then I just cut them off because this is my journaling section and I did not want any to-do sort of situation over here. I had considered brain dump, I had considered a number of other things, but then what I've done now is just currently used a few lines that I liked, a quote that I liked, I saw somewhere, and I just wanted to write it down over here. That's it. And I've just decorated it a little bit. As you can see, I don't have a great handwriting, but I made it work. So I like this quote, sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. And I think this is perfect since I am journaling over here. I feel it suits it. And when you get tired, learn to rest, not quit. I think that also suits me for this month because yeah, it just works. Okay, so I think this is what I'm liking so far because I like the quotes that I'm finding. I'm not done it for all the months, it is just for this month. This I will take it as it goes. I'm not sure whether I will continue with the same idea every month, but we will see. As far as the dailies are concerned, it is going to be journaling. okay, journaling. But there is something that I want to do with my journaling every time now, as in to write the highlight of that day. Okay, because as I said before, it turned out to be difficult for me to find things in my journaling section because there was a lot written. So I will maybe try to highlight things in a certain way to write that something took place and the whole journaling is about that. I will try to do it. I'm not sure whether it will work out, but one thing that I will definitely do is, whether I highlight it here or not, I will definitely write about that in the index if it is important. What I've done here is decorating the spreads. I've already decorated the spreads, as you can see, and the reason is simple. What happens is I start journaling in a straight format, and always all the stickers end up at the bottom. So it's kind of, this side bulks up, or at a certain section it bulks up. So I have, just decorated it at random places so that, I write around it and it comes pretty in that sort of manner. So these are minimal stickers. I don't think they take up too much space. Largely the spread is empty. So I have place to, experiment. I don't really need this much space to write on most days. Some days I write a lot, but on most days I don't really need. So we'll see how that turns out. Maybe I will add in more stickers after I finish writing. But as of now, I have already set up the entire month of Jan, as you can see. So this is my journaling space. And then let us move ahead to the notes pages of the Hobonichi Cousin, which I've already set up, even though they are just a few of it. Okay. As far as the notes pages are concerned, there are, I believe, 6 notes pages. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yes, I was correct, 6. This is my to be read section for the year 2022. So I've titled it as my 2022 library, and this is a washi that I had, which I cannot use elsewhere, but I loved using it over here. So this first spread is just decorative. I like it. It's simple. It was not a complicated idea. I just put the washi, that's it. But I liked how it turned out. And inside I have the books that I've chosen for this year. Chosen would be a wrong word. I've just taken it from Goodreads. That's it. The best books of 2021, which I've chosen for 2022. So what I've done is, I have divided the page into 4, and I have, I think, let's see. Yes, I have books all the way till here. So I think that makes it 8 on a page, right? 20 books. I have 20 books. For the year 2022. Now what I've done is, I've taken the cover of each book, I've just printed it out. So I have the cover over here, so the name comes, the writer is there, I don't have to write it again, and I can see the cover of the book as well. And my idea so far, I've not started it, but this was me attempting it, so I just want to show you that. Okay, I'm not sure whether it's very clear. So can you see the stars? I plan to rate the books once I've read it. Of course, I have done this as a mock attempt. I will clear it off if it doesn't deserve 3 stars. But basically, I'm going to rate it out of 5 stars, whether, on the basis of whether I like the book or not. And below that, I have the sort of bar that I have, a green bar, as if it is loading. The idea is that this I'm not going to do as I read the book. I will do it at the end. There are times when I have not completed a book and I just used to put a cross because I have not completed it. But this time, instead of doing that, I have decided that I will draw this bar. So maybe, for example, this book is of 261 pages. In the book version that I have, it is 267 pages. And maybe I finished till 200. So I will just draw around, to some, I'll just shade it to some level and then write 200 out of 267. Okay, to show that I have read that much, but I did not complete the book. For whatever reason, but I did not complete the book. So it is not that I did not attempt reading the book at all. I read it, but I did not manage to complete it. So I plan to do that. Of course, most of it is going to be shaded till the end because I read most of the books. At times, I don't read some of them. So yes, that is that. And then I have written the category of a book. So this is fiction. And also the type that I read it in, whether it's an ebook or an actual physical book, okay, or an audible. So that is also something I'm writing down. So this is my plan so far. I have still some space left at the bottom. I have not decided what to use it for. But this is what I plan to do for all the books. I don't have to read it in this order. I plan to start with this book, of course, but I can read it in any order, whichever book I want to. It is just that I have to finish these books in the next year. Okay, moving ahead now, that was all with regards to the notes pages. As you know, there are a number of printed pages at the back. You can cover up them, you can, cover them up and just use them as notes pages, do whatever you want with them. As of now, I've left it bare, except for some of them. So here, this is the freebie. The spoon came in this, along with this cardboard piece, not cardboard, cardstock. And I've just kept it as a memory over here with what I got as a freebie this year. I've done it for the 2021 book as well. Here are some of those stickers that I mentioned. This I removed from 2021 book to this book. Okay, I just shifted it. That is why it is largely empty, because I've used the rest of them. I don't think I need a new sheet. This should be fine. And I don't really need to stick them here, but I'm fine with it. I'm used to having it last year, so I did it this year as well. So this is my key, the stickers that I use. And I think we have come to an end of my Hobonichi cousin. So I would love to hear from you how you have planned your setup for the cousin for 2022, or it could be any other planner, but your views on the different spreads, on how you plan to use it, can always inspire someone else. So I would also love to improve my own setup as much as possible throughout the year, so your ideas would be really appreciated. I hope you love this video. See you in the next one. Bye.